Hi everyone. In this tutorial, we're going to go through some of the group settings. Now this is one of the most important areas of your group setup when you're in Planning Center. So to get to that, we're going to assume we're already in Planning Center. We're already in that community group we created, the Doe community group. And now the Doe people want to put out some things that the public is going to be able to see when they go into Church Center. This is some of the information they're going to be able to access when they go into Church Center. So there'll be more available to group members, but in this case, this is just what the public gets to see. So first thing, we want to click down here on the left and go to Settings. Now when we do that, the group name is already there. It's already a community group. You don't need to touch those. Meeting schedule, you can load something there. It's helpful when people are looking for a group that might fit their schedule. So we might say, every Friday, that's all caps, let me fix that, every Friday at 6 p.m. and hit this little save button down here, and if you want it displayed, which you should, display meeting schedule publicly. Now, we want to have a snappy picture. So you can either use there's some free photos that are pretty good, they're generic, or you can upload an image from your file, or you can simply drag and drop. On my computer, it's a Mac, I go to Finder, I go into my pictures, I've got a picture here, happy family, my son EJ, and we load that photo. And it's going to take just a second, or longer. Speed of light moves slower out here in the tropics. There you go. So there's a picture of the happy Doe family, John, Tay-Tay, and John Jr. So that's your picture. That's going to go on your tile that everybody can see. Now, where are you going to meet? If you have a virtual address, nobody uses that here. You can click that if there's a place to meet. Maybe now might be appropriate. Or a physical address. It defaults to Bayview Church. But let's say I want to put my house. That's where I'm going to be meeting. So let's go ahead and click over here on the location, create a new location, location name, let's just call it Wolborski Home. And every time I've done this, it comes up somewhere in San Diego. So not terribly helpful, but what you can do is there's a lot of addresses information stored in here. 199 Jalan Binadu, Jotnya, Guam. Click on that. Select that, and there's my house. Comes right up, and it's pretty accurate, though you can move this around a little bit if you like. You can blow it up, just any kind of Google Maps stuff. So there's a place for members, that's what they see, or non-members. If you don't want to be so specific about where you live, you can go with an approximate display. I will generally use the exact, and it's the same thing that non-members members get to see. And then you hit this green button, Save Location. And that's good to go. And you can see the pictures go away, but that will be available to people looking. Now, member visibility. Generally, over here, members can see leaders all their information. It's up to you and your other members who gets to see what there. As far as enrollment goes, generally that's for me. You can change that if you like, but I have it set to alert if group membership exceeds 15. Allow leaders to search the people database. That's going to let you add or delete, particularly to add people. So we'll leave that checked. Attendance reminder. Our preference at Bayview is for you to take attendance of your group meetings. Replies not specified, that's fine, because I can get to them. Or you can specify a particular person to do your attendance. And then event reminders. Send reminder emails you can do 3 days before. You have to click that on. 3 days before, 7 days before, 10 days before. I find that 3 days before works pretty well. They're automated emails that contain an RSVP. There's a list of tags you can add that we've created. Seasons, neighborhoods, stages of life, etc. Group page settings. For most of our groups, unless we have a conversation otherwise, we'll make them public. And for group enrollment, we'll make them open, but people ask to join. That way you don't get anybody who can get into here or onto Church Center joining your group. Contact person would usually be your email, but it doesn't have to be. And then you hit save. And you can also add a group description. That's a generic one. And you can list the leader's name publicly, which we recommend you do, and event calendar publicly. And with that, that's all we have to do in the settings.